Welcome to TradeTheMBA.com. This is John. This report is for the 22nd. So, welcome to fall. And for the equinox, the market continues its rally, and no shock to us there with the magenta still riding above. And as we pointed out, zero activity from shorts, and that clear indication we're still at zero point 0.5 on the MBI white, so no activity. And you can see that we still have, well, just briefly, cyan under red. So, close enough. All that's good from an NQ standpoint. Even more, 0.33 from an MBI white. That's pretty extreme, and you can see reaction was much stronger from it and pushing well into the new high area. So, this is where when shorts do get active and they're wrong, it just goes badly for them all the way around. From a treasury standpoint, everything that went on with the Fed was pretty much expected. Everyone was just seeing if there was going to be a surprise. Oil hasn't changed its mode from middle of the range. What we do see is Europe, Germany reporting really serious problems with their manufacturing and destabilizing quickly. So we'll see how the euro holds up going forward on that. And once again, it's pretty elevated. It's just got a long way to go to get back to an equilibrium point versus where the U.S. economy is. But that would be a clear signal that Eurozone is having difficulties, and we know it is. It's just been propped up for a long time, and it always makes you wonder what's going to happen when they change Fed. Will they continue that practice of providing liquidity to the Europeans? From a gold standpoint, nice rebound on that we weren't expecting to fade anywhere because again, deficits aren't changing. None of that has even remotely been changed. Bitcoin, and just back and forth within this general range here. It's not really, you got to have some kind of impetus, something that suggests that, printing is going to have to ramp up or something to that effect. And ironically, I mean, things are kind of tranquil despite all of the upheaval. Remember how tariffs was the whole story for how long? And what have we gotten from that? Absolutely nothing. Uh, in fact, prices have declined relatively evenly, and we talked about that as the reduction of labor in that. But you do see a shift. There are more job openings now than people. More people looking than job openings. That's kind of inverted from where it was before, where there was this massive number of job openings. So, as those things even out, it starts to modify things, and that's where you start to look to see what happens with price. Because do you get a decrease in price from fewer people chasing same amount of goods that were available, and then you start to see discounting of that, and Fed obviously would be interested in that one because it's deflationary, and that always scares them because that's not how their model works. Their model only works on inflationary constructs. So from the 50K standpoint, we have the nice option situation where you faded them a little early, brought it back up, and then scared them again, and then they pre-bought for the beginning of next week, and that mimics the daily pretty well. A little bit of crossover here at the end. So we'll see how the Asian markets in that open up, which they haven't started at this particular stage of doing the report. So we'll see how that fades out. But there it was, the early morning, and then from there it was just straight back pop. And so all good stuff. The ranges are still beautiful. Everything is exactly per what we see on the readings. So we're not seeing any anomalies, which tracks everything quite nicely. I don't think you can find an area that really isn't doing as we expect. So the question really becomes then, when do you start to see, any kind of growth spurt from a GDP standpoint? And again, I don't think that can happen until the beginning of next year. But there's always potential for surprises. There just isn't the impetus. We didn't have the drain off in oil that would precipitate that. So I think you just get more, not bad news, but that's also a good thing for business. In that so. All the scary thoughts have kind of faded to people's back of the mind, and the regular school routine for everyone is back in step, and fall is about to begin. So everyone's going to be looking to October, which is always an interesting month, and we'll see how far we get pushed forward before something has to give way in October range. So, as always, though, anything relevant, I'll put on the team chat. Have a good one. Trade well.